Okay, so this is the corner. Ooh, the observatory might be is a good room here. Alright, nice. That cost us a gem. Oh damn, I didn't... I didn't check what I had. Okay, but we're one... Okay, we have the entryway, and above that, the bedroom, which led us to the nook. I really have to check the floor plan every time. So I feel like the kitchen, if I do the kitchen, then the door is wasted. I could also roll, but I do like the option of a storeroom. It's another dead end, but I do have another door there. Okay, we have a coin. We should find a koi, a key. Oh, okay. A hint at the lavatory, something in the bathtub. Just wrote down bathtub question mark. This looks like a big rock with a key and a gem. Wonder if the colors of the keys and the gems is important somehow. Okay. Very interesting. Is this a warning to go into the woods? Yet another chess piece. And we are officially on page 2 of notes. Okay, there's very little to interact with right now. Oh, cute little rocking horse. Okay, I wonder if it will be important how many chairs are here and what kind of chairs. Because they all have different styles and upholstery. So maybe eventually you'll be able... Oh! Little birdie in a swimming trunk. Okay, that was kind of hidden. Interesting. Gonna write that down. Then we have a picture of a cute little birdie in the swimming outfit. And maybe I'm really overanalyzing it, but I'm also gonna write down the number of chairs we have here. So we have these like kind of dark red, like kind of maroon chairs with gray upholstery. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 on top of each other, 4. Here's 1, 5, 6, 7, 2 back there, 8. I hope I didn't miscount. It would be embarrassing if I couldn't count to 8. So we have 1, 2. These are 2 on top of each other. 4. Another 2 on top of each other. 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Okay, then we have the gray chairs with the green upholstery. Then we have 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. And 1 gray, 1 maybe white, like looks like grayish, like but a lighter gray than the other ones, with red upholstery. Okay, bunch of vases. So this looks like a rug. Oh, sure. Maybe a Persian rug? I'm not entirely sure. Well, it needs to qualify as a Persian rug. This is probably also another rug, so 2 rugs. I'm not sure what's important right now. We don't see anything in the ceiling, but the question is if the ceiling could potentially be important since we don't have a second floor. But of course that doesn't mean that there's never anything interesting in the ceiling. Okay, now the observatory. What's this all about, huh? Okay, here we have a deer. A stag, I should say. The planets. Oh. You can spin the globe. Does it go full circle? No, it doesn't go full circle. It goes a little farther every time. Interesting. And at the bottom there's something. Not sure if that's a clock. Okay, this globe I can also see these lines. Interesting shapes on the globes, definitely. So not kind of proper Earth globes, that's for sure. Can I touch anything that's done here? Doesn't seem so. Another chess piece. Noted. Okay. Okay, we can actually go up here. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Can I look through it? Okay, not yet. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong direction. Oh no, we have to go further down. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, I'm guessing we have to turn it. Oh, okay, okay, okay. We have to turn it so that we can reach the other wheel from above. And then put it higher. And look through it, I bet. Oh. Wrong direction. Oh yeah, that totally works. Right? That totally works. Okay, that's the farthest we can go. Maybe one back? And, you know, just maybe we have a place where we can reach that. Okay, gonna check that out in a second. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Oh. Fen Aries, Bird and Sons Publishing, 1809. Preface. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellation, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky, I collected a star. On any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one in a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, 1 gold. Plus 1 gold. Okay, that's what we are basically gonna get. We have 1 star. The Twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice, plus 3 steps. Diamondus Minor, plus a gem. Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Ooh. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today, so I'm guessing they would add more steps with 7 stars. Clav is the key. Plus 1 key. Diamondus Major, 5 gems. Draxus, wait, Draxus the Dead? Draxus the Dead. Dead-end rooms are more common today. Alright, the sale. Everything is 50% off today. Florealis, Bloom of the Sky, with 20 stars. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Interesting. Okay, and that's it. We had the North Star, which is plus 1 gold, so it's not nothing. Okay, attack with the number 10. Ah, okay. So we do have an extra wheel. We don't actually need to reach that. So I could have kept it in the position I had it initially. I thought we would have to reach this extra wheel. North Star. Gain a coin. Okay, since we only have 1 star so far, that's all we can get right now. Okay, so we should take a room that leads us through. And we will see what we get offered. Corridor. The corridor is always left unlocked. Okay, that's good to know. Commissary, items for sale. Ooh, okay, that's nice. Gem requirement. But that would lead us in, like, it will basically create a dead end and we couldn't explore any more rooms today. So the corridor is my best chance. Yeah, since I don't really have to go back anyway, unless of course I want to explore the outdoors. That's of course always an idea. And I wonder if we pick a room that has a room, like a door at the front, like out the walls. If that is locked, or if it creates a room out, like a door that leads us outside into the courtyard. That would be interesting to know. Okay, so hats, vase. Coal mining, okay. Interesting. I just turned. But I can probably see what these look like outside. Okay, the car picture we had in the storage room, if I remember correctly. Chandeliers. Like again, maybe I'm overanalyzing stuff, maybe. I mean, the paintings so far seem important, and the chess pieces, and like, yeah. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what really is or isn't important. Okay. So now we can hope for a room with more than one door. Can go to the left or forward. The drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Does that mean I can change the rooms in which and where I've placed them? The parlor will give me, okay, a puzzle piece, or like maybe it has a puzzle in it. The drawing room also sounds very enticing. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Give me the chapel. Or a gem requirement. You know what? The drawing room. Maybe it will come in handy. Okay, yeah, horses. Lots of pictures. I mean, it's a drawing room. So of course, we have lots of pictures. Interesting. I wish I could crouch down. Looks like some peas and no rock formation. Mountains, desert. Reminds me a little of the shelf we had on the wall in the nook. Yeah, lots of people running around. All with arrows. Step length. Different step lengths. For men, for kids, for horses. And the old guy. A painting for a deer. Great on. Oh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here, the chandelier behind him. That's crooked. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay. Found a save. Okay, I don't even know how many digits it is. Okay. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on the door, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay, that means... I guess, okay, that's how that works. Okay, so I cannot change the floor plan I have right here. Oh! Oh, rarity commonplace drafted one time. Oh, they have information. Ooh, okay. Okay, the entrance hall is permanent. Entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors. Admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onwards do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Okay, so this first 12 rooms. The spare room. An unfurnished, unfinished, and otherwise unremarkably empty room. If there had at some point been plans for this spare room, it would seem those designs are now long forgotten. Commonplace. Closet. A very modest recessed space used for storage. This particular closet is favored by the junior members of the staff, who utilize it to stash away assorted articles of knickknacks whose proper place in the estate is yet unknown to them. Storeroom. A dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been en vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. Alright, the nook. A snug corner reading. Yeah, Lambrecht. It's going to be Book of Hours all over again. That is, I have no idea what's happening. No, this is going to be easier, darling. Okay, welcome in, by the way, Lambrecht. My favorite Asmaka reporting for duty. I love it. Okay, so far it's relatively simple. So we are the grandnephew of a very wealthy gentleman. I wrote down his name. Let me give it a second. Mr. Herbert S. Sinclair. He died, and in his last will and testament, he proclaimed that we shall be his heir to his estate and all his fortunes. If, that's the condition, we manage to find, if we managed to find the secret hidden 46th room in his 45-room estate. Now, this estate is a very, very curious one, because the rooms of the estate change every day. And you basically redraw the floor plan every single day. So the room that is permanent is the entrance hall at the very beginning. and that has 3 doors leaving off. And every time you click on a door to open it, the game presents me with 3 choices of rooms I can then choose to enter. So every door will lead me to a room, and I can basically have a small selection of rooms that can basically spawn there. And you know, all the different rooms, they can either give me items or some form of, like, so far we found keys, we found gems, we found coins. All of these rooms have different uses. They have puzzles, they have hidden stuff that I can find. Hey Rosie, please welcome in. So all to unravel the mystery of this mansion and find the 46th room. I mean, I think it's you know, not too hard to understand. I'm taking a lot of notes. I've already taken a page and a half of notes. Also, hey Rosie. Okay, strapped in, awesome. Strapped in and along and going for the ride. Out running errands, reads skipping out of work to go to the mall. Ooh, naughty girl. Wanted to say a quick hi, thank you. Also, hi. I hope you're enjoying the new game. Aw, calling me cute. It's making me blush. I am. I already love it. Oh, it's very fun. You know, and of course with every room, it's a little, you know, like it's always a gamble, or it's always like weighing your options. Like with some rooms, it will tell you, hey, you can find a key in here, and of course, a key means you could unlock something like a trunk or another door that you can find, you know. So that opens possibilities, but there might be a room that has no further door, so it might be a dead end, and then another room has 2 doors leaving off of it and enabling you to unlock more rooms. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a give and take, and always, you know, make some choices, make some decisions. Currently, I've discovered that there's a little bit of information about all rooms, and I wanted to go and read that for all the rooms I've discovered so far. So I guess that's a good way to check in. Sounds great. I'm gonna speedrun them all. Awesome, Rosie. And you speedrun them all, but stay safe. Thanks for calling me cutie. Don't be angry. I just said you were making me blush. And something we have so far, I've found, like, the items I found are an electrical key card and a sledgehammer. I also found a die, like an ivory die, which allows me to re-roll basically the rooms I'm provided. So if the selections of the 3 rooms that are provided to me, I don't like them, I can re-roll that choice and get 3 other rooms presented to me. Find a couple of coins, a couple of gems already. I used a couple, and a couple keys. I already used a couple to open trunks and stuff. Yeah, I also got a star for drafting the observatory. And through the telescope, you can, depending on how many stars you gather, there's different constellations that are possible that will also give you bonuses. So 1 star gave me an extra gold coin, for example. And then the more stars you find, the more constellations are possible, and you know, some will make certain rooms more likely to spawn, or yeah, we'll have buffs, debuffs, kind of thing going on. What else? Oh yeah, steps. So we start out with 50 steps. Every time we enter a new room, we lose 1 step. And once we are at 0, we have to call it a day, which means we leave the mansion for the day. We lose all the items we've gathered, and the floor plan is going to be completely reset. Because that's a rule of the game. We cannot bring any items from the outside world in here. We can't take the items we find with us. So we have to either, I'm not sure yet, because I'm still on my first day, if they will be returned to the initial rooms where I found them, or if they will be randomized each day. And yeah, we cannot sleep at this state. So we have to leave. We have to leave all our items behind, and the floor plan, as far as I've understood, it will be completely reset each day. yeah, so time passes like this. And also when I hit pause, I can call it a day anytime. So if I decide for some reason I want this day to be over, I can start a new one immediately. But yeah, also once my steps are up, that will automatically end the day for us. And also I've noticed that I found a couple of clocks so far, and time is passing, at least on the clock. So far the game hasn't given me any information if like at, I don't know, 7 p.m. I'm like, oh, even if I have steps left, I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, I have to go, I can't stay until midnight. So I'm not sure if that is still, like if that is a thing the game does. We'll see about that. I hope it doesn't, because I feel like with this mechanic of the steps, you give people enough I don't want to say pressure, but like you give people a limit of the amount of stuff they can do in a day, you know, and you don't necessarily need to have them race against the clock. And honestly, I would appreciate it if we didn't have to race against the clock in this, because this is supposed to be all about puzzle solving and exploration, and I would like to take my time and not be like, oh my god, it's 4 p.m. already, I only have 2 hours left or something like that, you know. But yeah. Right, and I wanted to read about the room. So the nook, the reading nookie. The nook, a snug corner reading from which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of the afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. Also, if you have any questions about the game or my thought process or what have, you know, anything like that, especially since you popped in, feel free to ask me. I, as always, will do my best to have an eye on the chat and answer your questions in time. Or in a timely manner, I should say. Then we found the den. A more traditional family room, warm and inviting. So comfortable, one might assume that the countless clocks, yeah, there were 6 clocks in that room. And I'm a super sus of that. The countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. At the pantry. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate. And keeping Mount Holly's, this is the name of the estate, keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. Okay, so far all the rooms I found are commonplace, which is, you know, not unusual for a first day. Okay, this is the room we're currently in, the drawing room. A social sitting room adorned wall to wall with artwork and drawings. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image of what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. Secret room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Rarity Rupert. I love that. I mean, also I have a theory on the location. Like we have a 5x9 square of the estate, and here at the back we have the antechamber, which I haven't been to yet. I mean, I'm very much at the front of the estate, but this is a room that already exists, and it seems like it to be fixed in place. And we can see it has 4 doors, or what I assume will be doors, and one is leading outside of the estate. I mean, it could be that it just leads to like outside to the back into like a yard or something, or a garden. But it could also be that, but that's my current theory, or was my current theory, that this door leads us to the 46th room. Alright, antechamber. From its root meaning, the room before, all signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. Haha, and I did that without even reading this. Okay, the observatory. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Ooh, standard rarity. So it's a little more than commonplace. Nice. That's our rarest room so far. Okay, we have bedrooms. Bedroom. A familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. The guest bedroom. A small bedroom contained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. And hallways. Okay, interesting, so that these extra rooms do not count as the 45 basic rooms. Something to keep in mind. Plus 10 steps is very fancy. But unfortunately, you only get these. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's also very predictable. You only get these when you enter the first time. Because I tried this with this bedroom, you gain +2 steps every time you enter. So you can go back and forth. But of course, it's just a zero-sum game, because when you leave it, you lose a step. And when you enter, you technically lose one first and then regain 2. So you can't really farm steps here. Unimportant whenever. So I already tested that. Completely neutral bedroom. Exactly. Alright, the hallways. A hallway. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. The corridor, a long hall with 2 doors on either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, he had left strict instructions with the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never under any circumstance be locked. That's also a note I found in the hallway, I believe, that doors apparently in the west wing, was it the west wing? Did I write that down? I don't think I did. If I remember correctly, it was the west wing. The doors in the west wing are apparently more likely to be locked. Have not encountered a locked door so far. We'll see when that happens. Green rooms. Okay, the courtyard. Standard sequence. Okay. Okay, so far the two rooms that were standard rarity, which were the courtyard and the observatory, I had to pay for with a gem. We'll see if that keeps up. Courtyard, a charming spot granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the manor walls. Okay, then shops, I haven't found any, or like locked any shops so far. And no red rooms. Okay. Alright, so the drawing room. So if I entered, go to this door, the storeroom at the bottom is a dead end, so I don't necessarily want to have a door leading back down there, so that would be a waste. But straight, like a door leading straight and one leading up would be ideal. Let's see, we can get... Oh, also I found a safe in the drawing room just before you guys popped in. Fortunately, I don't have found the combination yet. I wonder if it has to do with the paintings in this room. And I found that by looking at the painting of our dear uncle and noticing that the chandelier was kind of tilted, the painting. That was the hint. To find... find the... the safe. Also, I feel like there's like no game sound. I mean, I turned it on very low. Okay, let's bump it up to 30%. Just so you guys have a little bit of audio. Other than that, it's super quiet for you. I mean, we have different people here with different step lengths. So I'm not sure if these are connected to the safe. They might be. And then the question is it the number of times the painting is presented? Does it correlate to the step length? And then what's the order? Alright, so what is this room? Ah, okay. See, the chapel would have us waste the door. That's unfortunate. I don't really want to do that. The lavatory and the utility closet would be a dead end each. I mean, the utility closet would have the breaker box. Not entirely sure what that is. Sounds like a tool we might be able to use. I can also try and redraw the floor plans. Well, can I leave? Oh, okay. Ah, but I'm only allowed to redraw once, okay. Okay, each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. Ah, good to know, good to know. But I feel like the boudoir is... Like, that is exactly the kind of room we need. I mean, it would be ideal if it also... We had to have a door here, but that's pretty decent. Okay, let's take that. Oh, let's make a selection here. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Okay. East Wing Hall. Maybe let me go with the East Wing Hall. I feel like... You know, it's now that I know that hallways are basically not proper rooms, it feels like a little bit like a waste, but I also have to explore these at least like once. Do you want to know about breaker boxes because it's a language thing? I sure as hell don't know breaker box in any other language. I still know. I'm guessing still no. I mean, I did see, like on the picture, I saw like an electricity box kind of thing, like a fuse box kind of deal. In the picture, is that the breaker box? Or is that something else? Also, that's a very fair question if it's a language thing. Basically that. Okay. So it's basically a fuse box. Okay. I mean, that's good to know. I mean, I have found the electronic key card, abandoned shoes, okay. And like the electronic, oh, another save. Ooh, okay. So yeah, and the electronic keycard also says it allows me to open electronically locked doors, but maybe if I find the breaker box, I can turn off basically the energy and open them again as well. Or maybe the safes could be opened. Okay, Christmas. And we unravel the safe for Christmas. Interesting. Can't really turn the picture around that I see. So I have like a combination for the safe. Noted here. I mean, I wonder if we can find something like a magnifying glass and then look at pictures more closely. We have a candle missing. Music box. And yeah, since I'm very much on my first day and first time playing this game and everything, I'm not entirely sure what's important, what isn't. I may be overanalyzing things, looking at things that aren't important at all, missing things that are, of course. I try to have a close look at all the items and see what I can interact with. Like this gramophone here. Doesn't look like it lets me. Oh, no, it does. I mean, I don't hear anything. Let me turn up the volume really quickly. Okay, is the needle down? I mean, it looks like it's down. That's interesting that we don't... Well, we can try anything. Interesting that we don't hear anything. Or isn't there a record on there? Maybe that's not a record on. Maybe I'm dumb, but it looks like it looked to me like there was a record on. But maybe there isn't. Think a call. Okay. Okay, the thing with these is I'm not even... Okay, I can't really even see how many digits they have. Okay. So, I'll take notes. For the boudoir, we have a save. And the gramophone. All right. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. You guys have the dining room or the chapel. Okay, the dining room. A meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. We are currently in rank 3, so that's already still a long time coming. A meal will give us additional steps. Note, Chapel has been taunting me forever. But I'm not gonna go in just yet. It will connect to the hallway we've done anyway. Oh, also, picture of a lock. And picture of a pendulum clock. I wish I could see the time and if there was something special in here. But I feel like I've seen this clock somewhere, maybe either in the entranceway or in the den. Without to chapel pipeline. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure we will have some interesting room constellations eventually. Oh, a chess piece. I don't think I wrote it down. Nope. Okay, that's also something. I found a couple of paintings with playing cards displayed, and I found a couple like chess pieces in a couple of rooms. I've noted them down for now, just in case they get importance eventually. Which I'm not sure if they will, but you never know. Okay, this is a painting I've seen already. Looks like in the kitchen, I believe. No, sorry, in the kitchen we haven't been to the kitchen. It was the pantry. In the pantry that was. It looks like either snow or sand dunes. An ant symbol. What if I hit that on the keyboard? Oh, nothing happens. Okay. No, would have been funny if something happened when you hit ant on your keyboard and enter that. Some luggage can't be opened. I also like the wallpaper. I like the whole style of the game and of the house. It's really, really cool. Okay, let's see. Doors locked. Yeah, absolutely use a key. We have 3 and we have the sledgehammer, which allows me to unlock locked trunks. So I don't need the keys for trunks anymore. Absolutely unlock the door. Nursery. Whenever I draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. The bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Ooh. Or the dark room. But the thing is, that would be a dead end. And that would be a dead end either, as far as I can see. The dark room opens a small door. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. Ooh, evil. But it makes sense. I mean, I could also re-roll. Oh, well, I only have 1. Okay, I thought these were permanent. But I guess I have only 1 pair of dice, so I can re-roll the rooms once. So I'd rather do that when all the options would be terrible, kinda. Alright, let's pick the dark room. And see, that's what I meant. You know, it's always a back and forth, positive and negative. Okay, let's enter the dark room and remember that below it, on the left, is the chapel, so we shouldn't place a door there necessarily. Okay. Or did I misunderstand what the game just told me? Ah, Okay, that's what the game meant. That I couldn't see these rooms. Okay, that kind of sucks. Okay, 1 gem requirement, 2 gem requirement, no idea. I know it's 2 gem requirement. Let's be fancy. That is a 2 gem requirement? What the hell is that? Okay, gem requirement is off the table. Golden middle and let's hope for the best. I already see a door. That's not too bad. A gymnasium. Oh, the passage. Oh, the passageway? That is a 2... That seems like it has nothing in it, but it's, I guess, a 2 gem requirement because it has 4 doors. But the gymnasium was a good call. That was 3 doors. Whenever I enter, I lose 2 steps. Damn, that's a steep price. Okay. So the question is there can I do anything in the dark room? Find anything with the lights out? Or maybe I have to turn the lights on again first. Yeah, it seems like I can do nothing here. Okay, let's check out the passageway. Ah, okay, that's what it... So far I haven't had it that a room was blocked by... like a door was blocked by a wall. Because this is what it looks like. Interesting, okay.